You are not going to believe what happened to me on Monday. I went to work and I've been there 11 years, and they told me, your position has been terminated. Bye. That's my last day. I'm 63 years old. Um, so I'm basically starting fresh, like I'm a child being born again. Because all I've known was the workforce. So now I got to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. Um, That happened Monday, which I went through shock, of course, anger, sadness, and everything else. And then the next day, I went out with my friend. And then the next day, I updated my resume. I refreshed my resume. But I started thinking, is that what I really want to do? What I really want to do is live in Europe. I love Europe. I love Spain. I love Italy. I love Malta. I love them all over there. It's a different way of life over there. More calm, more, I don't know, it's just different from the US. I also love taking pictures. Um, so I'm trying to focus on maybe trying to do that and see how that works out. Um, I spent yesterday, a lot of the day, just looking at YouTube videos of the different countries, of places to stay over there. And I'm really considering taking my 401k, since I have to change it to, you know, another plan. Taking some of that money and going to Europe for a month and a half, just to get a sense and a feel of how things are over there. Not as a tourist, because, as a tourist, everything's wonderful and oh my God, everything's gorgeous. I want the day to day. I want the feeling of the day to day to see if this is something that I really want. You know, I was considering Italy because I love Italy and I love the food and I love the people and all that other stuff. But the only downfall is my language, Italiani. So I'm trying to learn a little bit of Italian, but I'm not comfortable yet where I would make, where I can relate to people yet, you know. And a lot of times they don't speak English. So I know there's the translation apps and stuff like that, but I want to feel more comfortable before I do that. Then I thought of Spain, since I know a little Spanish. How hard can that be? It's a different Spanish, but I would understand their language more than I would in Italy. And then there's Malta. I loved Malta too. And in Malta, they speak English. They have their own language and everything, and they do speak Arabic and they speak French and they speak, but there's a big English population over there. So I was considering Malta. Yesterday, I spent quite a bit of hours just looking at Malta and the different surroundings. And I even went on like an Airbnb to see prices of what it would cost if I were to go there for a month and a half. And it's not the season, so it's not going to be like extremely busy, because it would be like November, December. I would go there like in the middle of November, come back in the beginning of January and see how that goes. And hopefully what I'm working towards is to actually getting a visa and moving over there. But I just got to figure out how to do it. But as I say, if you don't move your feet, they don't move. I do plan to do it, although I'm 63 years old. It's never too late. I'm not dead yet, am I? No, I'm still alive. Anyhow, that's my plan. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do it, where to go. Do you guys have any suggestions on places in Europe that would be good with Americans that speak English, some Spanish, but even if you don't know the language, I know there's the app and everything, but I want to be free to communicate with people. But I'm actually looking forward to the second half of my life, although I'm 63 and I guess I got one foot in the grave, right? But I don't feel that way. Do you have any suggestions on areas that I can move to in Italy or Spain or even Malta? If so, write them in the comments. I hope you stay with the journey of my journey to Europe, and gotta figure out how to get there, but guess what? I'm gonna get there. Peace. Keep in touch.